Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham is one of India's premier top-ranked universities, which focuses on transforming lives through learning, research, and innovation. The university was established 19 years ago in the year 2003 and has made significant achievements in a short time. Education for life, education for living. Amrita University is guided by the thoughtfulness of our Chancellor, Amma, who laid down the philosophy of education for life by placing equal stress on education for a living. It is this vision that led to the establishment of a vast network of educational institutions that provide modern education while imparting the traditional values. While the pursuit of academic excellence forms the core of Amrita's success, it also undertakes the responsibility to shape the whole character of youngsters with love, care, and compassion. The university is headquartered at the foothills of the Western Ghats in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and has 5 other campuses spread across South India in Amrithapuri, Kerala, Kochi, Kerala, Bengaluru, Karnataka, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and Mysore, Karnataka. The university will soon launch its new campuses in Amravati, Andhra Pradesh, Faridabad, Delhi, NCR. Our inspiration, a renowned humanitarian leader and spiritual leader, Amma is the Chancellor and guiding light of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Amma's concept of education, stress on research, and commitment to instilling universal values have come together to shape Amrita into an institution with the latest achievements and discoveries combined with compassion and service-mindedness. As Amma said in 2010, when the State University of New York presented her with an honorary doctorate in humane letters. Rankings. The multi-campus, multidisciplinary research establishment is ranked as 5th best university in India 2021 by National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF. We have also been accorded the status of Institute of Eminence, IOE, by the Ministry of Education, Government of India. A testament to our pursuit of excellence is the NAC A++ accreditation score, the highest possible. NAC accreditation measures universities for excellence in curricular aspects, teaching, learning, and evaluation, research, innovations and extension, infrastructure and learning resources, student support and progression, governance, leadership and management, institutional values and best practices, global impact and international collaborations. Among the private educational institutions in the country, Amrita has entered into MOUs and collaborations with more than 450 leading universities around the globe. Students also benefit from our relations with industries and interactions with top management of multinational companies. These collaborations facilitate student exchange programs, student visits, industrial training, and project guidance under reputed corporate entities. Placements. Placements at Amrita have always been best in class, with students usually having more than one job offer. Some students have up to 3 job offers by the end of their course from reputed MNCs, be it engineering, management, life sciences, arts, or sciences. Amrita is a place where the world's best companies look for talent. More than 200 companies visit the campus every year, and the average salary offered to our students is 5.8 lakh per annum. Meanwhile, the highest package offered is 56.95 lakh per annum, and the highest stipend for internship is rupees 80,000 per month. Amrita's Technology Business Incubator, TBI, is a non-profit supported by the Government of India that funds, mentors, and nurtures ideas by startups and entrepreneurs. It focuses on developing innovations in the areas of information technology, cybersecurity, networking, social media, and more. The TBI startups have obtained multiple awards and recognition, both from India and across the globe. Till date, TBI has incubated more than 75 startups and mentored 216 startup ideas with 0% loss from investments. It funds up to 1 crore rupees per startup and has opened up many more funding options through its partnership with venture capital firms and angel investor networks. Amrita TBI is one of the only 6 incubators selected to be world-class under Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission. Campus life. A home away from home. At Amrita, we believe in a holistic approach towards our students' development. To augment students' classroom learning, all campuses provide students with digital and central libraries, quiet study centers, seminar halls, e-learning studios, computer labs, and campus-wide free Wi-Fi. The university encourages both indoor and outdoor sports and games, and there are world-class swimming pools, gymnasiums, stadiums, and games arenas. Various clubs cater to the artistic and scientific minds of the students. If you look around all of Amrita's campuses, you will see the prevailing educational environment is in communion with nature. The sand, the seas, and the sky define the backdrop of these temples of learning. It vibrates with an energy of togetherness and encourages us to live in harmony with everything around us, including a unity within ourselves. This setting is suited to instill both learners and the learned with the courage and wisdom to face the challenges of life. The campus at Etimade is considered India's most picturesque. It is like an oasis in a desert. What started out as a barren landscape underwent a miraculous transformation through the university's tree planting project. Today, there are more than 1 lakh trees growing there, the most extensive collection in number and species on a university campus in South India. The Live-in Labs program originated from Amma's
Good morning, all. Welcome to the 5th episode of My School, My Pride. In this series, we are aiming to showcase the journey of young intellectuals and outstanding students who have achieved something beyond their studies to pursue their passion and brought pride and prominence to their school with the expert guidance from their teachers. So, the star of today's episode is Adarsh S. Menon, along with his mentor Deepa Palat from Chinmaya Vidyalaya, Kochi. I'm just briefing you all about the key achievements of our star of the day. He was awarded with the Drama Personality of the Year in the National Drama Competition conducted by Helen O'Grady International, Mumbai, India. This competition had 2 rounds. In the first round, Adarsh S. Menon spoke about the mosquito menace in India and gave wonderful suggestions to combat this. He was adjudged the best speaker in the category for students between 10 years and 12 years at the national level. And in the final round, he has to enact a monologue from one of Shakespeare's play. He chose Shylock's monologue, Act 3, Scene number 1, from The Merchant of Venice. The judges were overwhelmed by his performance. He was selected as the best actor in his category from around 70 to 80 participants from all over the country. So, before getting into the show, just have a glimpse of his achievements.
To bait fish with all, if it will feed nothing else, it will feed on my lips. He had disgraced me, hindered me, $500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my vengeance, cooled my friends, heated my enemies, and what is reason? I'm a Jew. Had not a Jew eyes, had not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, affection, senses, passion, fed with the same food, heard with the same weapon, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, both warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do you not laugh? And if you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you and the rest, then we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is humility? Revenge? If a Christian wronged you, what should his sufferings be by? Christian example? Why revenge? The villainy you teach me, I shall execute, and it shall go hard. But I will better the instruction. Good day to everyone. Wondering what I'm doing? Yes, you've got it right. It's the mosquito menace. These tiny little creatures have invaded into my privacy and won't allow me to walk freely among the plants in the evenings in my garden. My mother tells me that she had faced the same problem as a child. I can see you all smile when I say that. But wait, things can get worse. I want my child to live in a mosquito-free India. The India of my dreams, the India I like. I've read somewhere that other countries have been successful on sending mosquitoes out of their country. I appeal to all the governing bodies to help to take this problem seriously and help us lead a better life. I have a small suggestion for it. Let each one of us breed harmless male mosquitoes in our home, in our tanks, and send them out when they are fully grown up. This can prevent the breeding of harmful male mosquitoes because the female dengue mosquito eggs will not hatch. We need the support of everyone, you, I, and the government, to help us make this a reality. Will you? Thank you.
Ma'am, you're muted.
Sorry. So I welcome both of you to today's session. Adarsh, first of all, I just want to congratulate for this act. Such an awesome act, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you did a great job. So I can see from your eyes that you are such a passionate boy in acting. Huh? So
Yeah.
my first question is, why did you decide to participate in the preliminary round of this competition?
Well, my class teacher sent a message in our school group, inviting students to this program conducted by Helen O'Grady. I decided to participate in it because I like acting and my parents encouraged me. So I decided to participate in it. The first step of the round was the elocution round.
Okay, okay. So I heard that you chose the first round subject, right? Mosquito menace. So what made you decide on the topic about this mosquito menace?
Well, to be honest, I live in Kochi, and in India itself, we face this problem of mosquitoes really annoying us. So my mother and I decided to throw out some points, to help to overcome this problem.
Okay. So my next question is to Deepa ma'am. So ma'am, in what ways does your school encourage students in extracurricular activities?
Hey, Hari Om to everyone. You know, in our school, we greet everybody with Hari Om. It means it pronounced to you in the name of God Almighty. Before I tell you about the extracurricular activities of our school, I would like to enlighten you about how our school functions. You know, our school is a school with a difference. Our motto is keep smiling, right? And the USP of our school is the CVP. You may be wondering what I mean by CVP. It is the Chinmaya Vision Program. So all our activities are connected with the Chinmaya Vision Program. I'll just throw some light on this. The broad classification of this vision program is the integrated development, and under which we cater to the physical, the mental, the intellectual, and the spiritual development of the child. And here, we also give importance to patriotism, universal outlook, and Indian culture. So all our activities, be it a teacher writing a lesson plan in the class, or an assembly program, or a class activity, or when we coach our students for a competition, our thoughts are always centered on CVP. And this is our USP. And then the next thing is, we always give a lot of importance to nature. So when Adesh was given the topic, okay, we had given them a free choice. We had some students at that level participating for this program, and most of them chose topics which were related to the environment. It was connected to the environment. So Adesh chose this topic because, as I was talking to him earlier, on that day, he told me that is because anything that pollutes the environment, pollutes nature. So the children are aware of this, and that is the main reason why he chose this topic. And another thing which our school, gives importance to is, of course, that we are guided by the Bhagavad Gita. All our children, in fact, they are well versed with the Gita. And we tell our children that through this concept, they should always stay grounded in life, but compete globally and be on par with the international standards. So that is one of the reasons why all our teachers, in fact, our principal and our vice principal and all our teachers, when we insist on this love for nature, automatically the child has a great liking for his environment in which he lives, and everything is, going on in the right path. And we also have won a lot of awards, like what I can mention you a few. Right, our school has won the Best School Award in the district for Swachhata Pakhwada program, and it has bagged the gold medal for the Best Eco-Friendly School and the silver medal for the Best Sustainable Idea under the Global Sustainability Award in 2021 by the Earth Day Network. We even won the Harita Jyoti Award organized by the Mathrubhumi Seed for 3 consecutive years. And our school team, that is Mangala Sena, is putting forward a minimum budget proposal for the modification of Mangalavanam, the lungs of Kochi. So when we chose the topic related to mosquito menace in the first round of the competition, we thought we would take, although people might wonder why we had to, highlight this issue. But I think that every individual who lives in Kochi, like be it a person staying in a high-rise building or a person staying in a hut, everywhere, this is a menace. So we do about all this, and the day-to-day happenings with children in class. So when Adesh came out with this idea, I thought, okay, why not give it a try and tell, because they gave us only a minute to speak on the topic. So he had to just give 1 or 2 solutions. And I think the judges liked it a lot. And then he automatically moved to the next round. And there were some 70 to 80 participants in the first round. And we're proud to say that 3 of our students got into the final round. And compared to all the 70 children who participated even in the final round, it was Adesh Menon who won the prize, who got the first.
Yeah, ma'am, that's a great achievement for your school also. And that is a really great thing that you are making your students aware about the environment and teaching them how important your environment for future. That's a great thing. That's a great thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Adarsh, my next question is to you.
Yes, ma'am.
What were your feelings when you were selected in the preliminary round?
Well, of course, I was really happy, and I did not expect it at all. But I was also kind of scared, what the judges would tell us to do in the next round, or how the participants are going to be now.
Okay. So, Adarsh, I know from your eyes and from your video itself, I can understand that you're such a passionate for this acting. So, what made you like acting a lot? There must be some reason, right?
Yeah, there is. Actually, when I was a small kid, I used to love watching movies, and I used to watch people how they express their emotions, how they cry, how they become angry, how they are sometimes happy, and I try to imitate them. When I'm alone, I try to imitate them.
Okay, okay, dear. So, ma'am, the next question is to you. How did you select your students for this competition? Is there any, like, you conduct any competition in your school, or how did you select them?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, I think there is some network which. Hello, ma'am. Am I audible? Yeah, it's fine.
No,
It's fine.
there was a pause, like, I couldn't hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay, ma'am. So the question is, how do you select your students for this type of competition? So did you conduct any competition in your school itself, or how did you select your students?
Yes. Normally, we have an audition round when we select students because we want to give, chance and opportunity to all the children, okay, to participate. And then from that group, we make the selection. But since this competition was during the pandemic, it happened in Jan 2021. And Adish was just 10 and a half years then, okay, when he participated. So we had our, limitations. So what happened was, we had a meeting, of some teachers who were in charge of this. We had the online meeting, and then we decided to send messages in all our WhatsApp groups to children who were interested to participate in this. And we had an overwhelming response because, children were at home and they were kind of bored also. And then they were very excited because this topic itself was interesting. The India I want to see, the India I like. So everyone, sent their entries. They had sent their entries, and then we selected from them, maybe around 15 or 20 students we selected. And then we had sent those videos because we had to do all this online. So we sent those videos, which was just a 1.5 to 2 minute videos, to Helen O'Grady. And from there, as I told you earlier, 3 students were selected. So that is how we did our selection, because we had the constraints because of the pandemic. Like those were times when we couldn't even step out of the house, So parents' support was there, definitely. And of course, the school support, because all of us were at home. We were, conducting classes in the online mode. So we could not reach out to parents on a one-to-one basis, except through the links that we had sent for Google meetings. And that's how we selected our students.
Okay, ma'am. So, so you gave the topic, or the students themselves select the topic?
No, the Helen O'Grady had given us the topic for the preliminary round, and the topic was the India I want to see. Okay, so children had given a lot of, inputs and suggestions, and there was a committee at their level who made the selection, because children from all over India had first, for the preliminary round, sent their entries. And we're very proud to say that 3 of our students were selected.
Yeah, that through this pandemic, we all know that it's very difficult to select and difficult to coordinate these type of events.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's a great thing. That's a great
Thank
thing.
you.
So Adarsh, do you have any other interest other than this acting?
Yeah, I have a few interests. I like storytelling. I like story writing. I like basketball. That's one of my sports activities. I like cricket. I like to play songs on my keyboard and so on. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you are an all-rounder. So, so, um, so how was your school helped you in doing these type of activities?
Yeah, my school has helped me improve my vocabulary. My English teachers have helped me read, improve my vocabulary. They have helped me enact plays in different chapters, in front of the English teachers. I've also seen in the assembly programs how my seniors how my seniors have done. It was all very inspiring for me.
Okay. So, next question is to Diba ma'am. Ma'am, actually, you already mentioned that you got a lot of support from your parents, right? So, what is the role played by your school in these events?
Definitely, the school plays a major role. In fact, when we participate in inter-school competitions, the other schools, they send their circulars to the office. And especially when we had the pandemic, it was so difficult to coordinate, because all of us were in our homes. And we used to communicate through WhatsApp messages or through the telephone, at that time. And we needed parental support, because without their support, I don't think anything can move forward, right? So it was a nice combination, of parents, teachers, the management, and we have a very supportive management, and we have a very supportive principal, and she has wonderful ideas. So we get all our ideas from her, and then we put forward, and we are the teachers who implement those ideas. And even in small things, the minute details are taken care of. And children's support is also needed, and when we have our competitions these days, we select students by first having an audition, and then we get the parental consent first, because that is important. And then we our school, the teachers and the coordinators and all of us, we sit and do a brainstorming, session where we take the topic, and then we'll see how we can add our inputs to that. And then we call the selected students, and then we have a meeting, like almost every day we sit with them, some days, and then we give them our inputs. First, we ask them what they feel about the topic and what they would like to tell us about it. Because our children are all, as you know, in all schools, they're so well read now. The internet has helped them, to read a lot. And then we get some ideas from our dear children too. And there are some wonderful ideas, and we try to polish those ideas and then, put it up in such a way that it is quite competitive. Even the competitions are at a very high level now. And when we take our students for competitions to other schools and to other platforms, we find that the competition level is very high. So our children, we have to train them to reach that level. And that is not enough. They have to stand apart, So a lot of reading goes into this, a lot of, interactions with the students who are selected. And first of all, we cater to the interest of the child. We don't force any child, to participate. That is the main thing.
That's a great thing.
That is exactly what me, even as an English teacher and all my colleagues, we do that. We first find out whether the child is actually interested in this. And to tell you the fact, there are many, many students who are interested, in this. You just have to, ask them, and they come out with wonderful ideas. So it is, again, the parent, the teacher, the management, the child, together we do the needful, and we come out with excellent results.
Yeah, through these type of act, you can understood how capable your students in doing these extracurricular activities. Yeah, thank you. And Adarsh. So next
Yes,
question is to
ma'am.
you. So I know during this pandemic you worked really hard to manage these all competitions. So what were you feeling when you won this award?
I was happy. I was excited. To be honest, I was mind blown. I didn't expect to get this award. Many participants were there who could get this award, but I got it. So I was really happy and excited also.
Yeah, in the national level you got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you were in the cloud nine, I'm sure. So okay, Adarsh, do you think your teachers played a great role in molding students' personality?
Yeah, of course they have helped us train, improve they have helped me improve my dramatic skills. They have helped other children improve their speaking skills. All of that, yeah. They've also helped in the assembly programs also a lot.
Yeah, great, great. So Deepa ma'am, do you think such event encourage to improve the confidence level in students as it's a global platform?
Definitely, definitely. Because we need to make them understand that it's a kind of a rat race that everybody's running now. So they have to be competent enough to face this. See, in school, we need to make them understand that the world outside is not the same as you find it in the school. That's how they need to compete. So they need to understand that if you take up any problem, there needs to be a solution for that problem. That is how the children have to tackle it. So what we do is we give situations in class, be it a science class or even a social class or even the NEP, it plays a major role, the National Education Policy 2020. We incorporate that in our teaching too, where we have, the sports connected with our topics. That is the topics that you teach in class, be it a science topic or be it a language topic. We connect it to sports and arts, so that the child understands that what he learns is going to be useful for him, in life. Normally what we say is we get our degrees and then we forget it. A man who has passed out with a chemistry, if he's a chemistry graduate, he's not going to use it when he's doing a bank job, but our children, they do not think on these lines. Our children know that what he has studied in a chemistry lab, he can understand the concept so well that he can even use it in life. That the National Education Policy also is, trying to bring that. And we have already started, telling our students that what you learn, even if it's a subject, take it as a life skill, so that the child will not feel that he is a fish out of water when he leaves the portals of our Vidyalaya. That is how we train them. And I'm sure many schools are doing it, but we are definite that if we go in that direction, then we don't have to worry about the future of our children, about the future of our country. If all of us, sincerely work towards that, I think we can do we can make the children understand the importance of all this, and India will definitely shine in the future.
Yes, ma'am. That's for sure. Actually, so many schools are coming up with this NEP policy, and that's a great thing that students should know about their like not only the learning they get from the school, they should understand the life skills and everything. Yeah, it's like a backbone for them.
Yes. So I always think that I could have been a student now.
Yeah, I too.
Yes.
Yeah, right now the
Because
students are getting opportunity. Yeah, ma'am. This generation is very lucky, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. So, ma'am, next question is to you also that since it was conducted during the pandemic, right? As you mentioned earlier that you are conducted this competition during the pandemic, side.
Yes.
So, what were your limitations, if any, in bringing out the required output for this act?
Yes. Our limitations, as I mentioned a bit of it earlier, is, contacting the students, because the physical contact, that was lacking. And even when the children were preparing for the competition, costumes play a major role. So all the shops were closed. So we couldn't hire any of the costumes. So with whatever we had, at hand, we made use of that. And because I was Adesh's mentor, I know how he kind of struggled, to get the basic costumes that was necessary to make him look like a Jew. And the cap that he wore for that, it was an upturned bag, a red bag.
Oh,
And the
great.
yes, and even the beard, we had cotton at home and we dipped it in ink, and then we had to stick it with glue. And there was a dupatta shawl that was used as a scarf,
Yeah.
and like that. So it was quite innovative too. And we look at it, at least I look at it with a positive attitude, because children must know that in dire need, in dire situations, they should make use of what they see around, and then they should move forward. They can't be sitting and sulking, wondering what to do. So Adarsh also, I had, in my interaction with his mother, I understood that he made use of whatever was available at home. Even my other students, the other students who got selected to the next round, they too faced the same problem. When I interacted with the parents, they did not know where to get the costumes, because these costumes were not available in any of the stores, since the stores were all closed. That was the major issue that we had, because all Shakespeare's monologues, requires a costume which suits the character. It's not just a casual, costume. So that was one of the limitations that we faced. Another thing is to get the children, especially a child of his age who had just crossed 10. He was 10 and a half. He had to learn the entire monologue. He had to learn. Yes, so that was quite difficult for him. So every day there was an online practice with the other students too, where we made them learn the dialogue. And then we had to make them understand the dialogue first, because there's no point in, and even we adults, find it difficult to understand Shakespeare's language. That. So Shakespeare's language was made we simplified so that the child understands that and gives his emotions. That's how we trained the child. And if they have the innate quality in them, if they have the quality, they'll pick it up very easily. So thank God that all our participants could pick up the content very quickly, and with parental support, they were able to do it.
Actually, Adarsh, in that video, when we are seeing that, he did the dialogue in a crisp manner, a good mannerism, and he tried to adopt that exact character in him.
Because told him, I told him who Shylock was. I told him that there is a little bit of goodness also in this man. He feels that he's cheated, and he feels that the Jews are being, ostracized and targeted. So I told him certain things to his level, made him understand that as a mentor. And then he understood it, maybe not fully, but he understood that certain emotions have to be given, like that. So what I suggest to all teachers who are mentors, I'm sure many of them will be doing it. I'm not saying that only I'm doing it. There'll be many, okay, that you need to make the child understand what he's doing. And he should love what he's doing. There's no point in just conducting a competition and then, winning the prize. But then the child should take home something. The child should take home something, and which is beneficial for the society and for his spouse.
Actually, he lived in that character. I felt like that.
Yeah.
He adopted himself as
of course, time constraint.
So he learned that much of dialogue in 10 years, right, ma'am?
Yeah, he was just 10 years and 7 months.
Oh, great.
That's
an appreciable Adarsh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Adarsh, does your family support in this? I understood, yes, your family supported. How? Just
Yeah, my family has supported me in this. They were actually the one who encouraged me in participating in this program. When I first had that dramatic skill, they were the ones who brought it out and encouraged me to participate in competitions and all,
Okay. So, what is it that you take home from this experience? You did it in a pandemic, right? So,
Yeah. Actually, well, I did see a lot of videos by the participants, which gave me a few tips and all how to, and then the judges also gave me a few tips on I should use this space around me. I should look at the camera, and I should look at the camera and only talk. I shouldn't look anywhere else. It was good.
yeah. So, Deepa ma'am, in what ways did you play a role in training the students for this online competition?
Yeah, the role, because as I was telling you earlier, since we had our own constraints, we couldn't meet them almost every day. Of course, we did do that through the online mode, but that was for a limited period, say probably a maximum of 1 hour each day. And to make them understand or get into the character itself, that was a task in itself. And it was not a very easy topic. The India that I want to see for a primary student, it's something that the child may not completely understand, whereas if it is a child from grade 12 or grade 11, probably the child will be able to understand better. So making the child understand the topic that he has chosen, I told you there were many students who had, participated at the first level. So to make them understand this and to have a one-to-one, chat with them, and then get a feedback from the parent and make them, that was a difficult task because of the pandemic. In school, we could have done it in an easier manner,
Yes.
manner. Right.
That's a point, actually.
Yes. So that was, we had our limitations as far as that is concerned. And the best thing from this is we had an international platform here, because as I had told you, and I had actually the judges, they were from all over the world. You had there a drama educator from Ireland, Dale Edwards from Trinity College, and we had another expert who was Montano. He was the director of the drama school, and Malta and Duncan Rice, they were from the Helen O'Grady, that is international. Okay, so we felt that our students were exposed to an international crowd. That was really great, because that's the very few opportunities we get to do that. And so all of us, in fact, our principal, our teachers, we were very excited. So we did not care about the limitations that we had, to train them, because we knew that our children needed this, since our motto itself is that, you ask them to stay grounded, and that's what the Gita teaches. And then we have to cater to all the international needs too. So what the judges were telling them was on an international platform. So we cannot expect our students to be like a frog in the well, be the best in our place. We need to know if we are the best when it comes to an international forum. So that was a challenge, and we took it up very seriously. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great thing, actually, ma'am, because your students are lucky, because to get such a passionate teachers, then authority, your school authority supporting your students to get into maximal level, wherever that's a great thing. That's a great thing.
We have a very passionate head, principal.
Oh.
I think if you meet her, you will understand. She's very passionate about whatever she does. And even our department, our English department, we have excellent teachers. And all of us, it is kind of a group work, because I know that nothing can be done in isolation.
Yes.
And we need the support, of
that's
everyone.
for sure, ma'am.
Yes,
Support
kind of,
and
give and
group
take
work.
policy, and we help one another. Because see, what I feel as a teacher is, if we are teaching our children some values, we need to follow that ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. And we need to do it ourselves. So it's not that I'm just standing here on a pedestal and doling out advice to people. It's not that. It's what I really mean. And all the teachers in our school, in fact, we are, I'm very sure that we are catering to the needs of the children and making them understand values, because in our school, values play a major role. Every lesson that we teach, we connect it to a value. like even in science, in even the vestigial organs and all, we feel that it's not needed. It's there. We have 2 kidneys, right? It's not needed. One is not
Yes.
needed. That's why. But then we understand that without that, there must be a purpose behind it. So nobody is a waste in God's creation. That is the value we teach our children. Like every individual is important, because why has God made us then? God has made us with a purpose.
Yes.
Every individual, he wouldn't make anyone. So I'm not here as a teacher just telling you this, but our students understand that. So it is in this world when discipline also, it's very important. We find it very difficult, to make the students understand what discipline is, in fact, because he's exposed to so many
Yes.
indisciplined, situations that they sees around him. So we teach them that values are something that should stay with us till the end of our lives.
Yes. To build this value means it will take them to the higher level, next level.
Yes.
That's for sure, actually.
Yes.
You are not only, I can understand from your word itself, you are not only focusing on academics, but to teach them how kind or how to make their life like
Yes.
in a good value. That's a great thing.
And I'm so happy to
So-
tell you that even in the field of, even in academics, we are excelling. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yes.
So, Adarsh, coming back to you, why did you choose
Ma'am.
Shylock's monologue for the competition? Because it's too difficult, right? So, I heard from your dialogue that you learned that much of dialogue. So, yeah, tell us, why did you chose that?
Well, originally the judges had given us to choose any monologue of Shakespeare, and I chose Shylock because he's a villainy character,
That is,
Okay.
he had a lot of scope probably to act.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Adarsh, how many participants were there for the finals?
About 70 to 80, I think, is for the finals.
Okay. So, did you face did you were scared at that time?
Yeah, I was actually kind of nervous.
Okay. So, how was your interaction with the judges? What are the comments given by the judges for your performance?
Interaction was quite exciting because they were from abroad. And the comments, they said I was a born actor, I was very versatile. They also said I looked at the camera, I used the space around me,
It's like a new thing for you, right?
Yeah.
During that time. So, I heard that they gave some comment that you are a born actor.
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes. They said.
Yeah. Oh, great. So, ma'am, next question is to you. How did you feel when you came to know that your students has won this award?
Yes, definitely. We were all of us, in fact, we were very, very excited and happy. Happy that we were acknowledged, for all the hard work that we had put in. And, they appreciated us. So we were very happy for that. And we thought that we had a huge responsibility, since we are holding the cup now, at the at national level. So, the next time we perform anywhere, we just can't relax. We need to keep up that standard, and train our students even further. Now this is a competition with Helen O'Grady. There may be many other competitions coming up. So our expectation level, it has increased, has gone up, where we are trying to motivate our children to make them understand that competitions are tough. It's not very easy, but you need not be, scared of it, or you need not, shy away from competitions, because the world outside also is very competitive. So that is, it was that kind of a feeling that I had when I heard that first 3 of my students got into the final round. And the final round was very exciting because everybody was watching for the results. They were waiting for the results. anxiously. And, when his name was announced, I really felt very happy. And my colleagues too, who were watching with me, we were all just, roaring and clapping in excitement. That was that moment, which I'm sure
Yeah,
you
that's
understand.
hard work.
You would have,
Understood.
yeah, you'd have gone through that. And all the people who are listening also, they'd have understood that, because that moment was a magical moment for us, because the hard work, it paid. And then we were, in an international platform, we were acknowledged. The name of our school, was held high there, and we felt very happy.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, last but not least, for both of you, Adarsh and Deepa ma'am, could you please add on something to our audience?
Yes. See, winning and losing is a part of life. Today it may be me and my student. Tomorrow it may be you and your student. Anything. See, what the Bhagavad Gita tells us is, whatever it is, we should stay grounded. We stay grounded. If our feet is firmly on the ground, then we can jump higher. How do the launching pad is there, where from there we jump high. Unless our feet is on the ground, we cannot jump. Okay. So I think, I may not be too experienced, maybe, to tell you this. There may be other more experienced teachers here, but I do have around 25 years of experience in teaching. But then I can only tell you this, like whatever we do, if we are very sincere about it, I think the results are really good. Winning and losing is a part of the game as such. So our children, these days, there are a lot of children saying that they are, desperate and dejected and depression. The word depression is, all around here, be it for an adult or be it for a child. So as a teacher, I think we should make them understand that there's no need to be depressed at all. Because if God opens one, if he closes one door, he opens another. Everyone should understand that. So whatever we do, be it a class where teachers are very privileged to be interacting with the young minds. Those minds can be shaped. So when we go there with a positive attitude and we tell the children that do not despair. What is there to despair? You have to participate in all the competitions and do your best. But if there is a failure, you always say that it's a stepping stone to success. I remember Emily Dickinson's poem. As an English teacher, I can quote that. Emily Dickinson said that, when you win, when you lose, you do not just sit back. When you lose, you take that as an opportunity, to win again. Whereas the person who has won, will be complacent. They might think that winning is easy, but for a loser, he will know that he has to try and reach the end of the race. So he will try better. So if you make our students understand that, it's a simple truth in life. If you make them understand that, I think every competition can be looked at with that positive attitude and a platform for you to take home something. Because we don't conduct competitions, just like that. We conduct competitions for the child to understand that topic, whatever we give, and to make a change, to bring about a change in his life. So I think as mentors, we need to understand the simple truth and move ahead. Then winning and losing will make us firm, make us, put our foot firmly on the ground. We stay grounded and we always plan about what we need to do next.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for these words. And Adarsh, anything you want to add? I think
she has said enough already,
Okay. Okay, yeah. So it's such a pleasure to meet both of you in this show, and it was I'm feeling very proud. So thank you so much, Deepa ma'am and Adarsh, for sharing this valuable time with us, and we'll see you on next episode.
And
thank you all for joining us today.
Also, I would like to add that you've been a wonderful host. You made us feel very much at home. Okay. And
thank you so much.
Yes, there was a lot of positive vibes that I could get from you. Thank you so much for that.
So much, ma'am. Thanks. All the best, Adarsh, for your future. Bye.
Thank you.
ma'am.
Shall we close the meeting? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.